and if expression is not resolving to any of these values, then a default value will be given, a default action will be taken, right? So we will see it in detail. Okay, possible examples for switch. Switch is generally represented in those programs where some menu kind of thing has been created. Suppose we have to find area of different shapes, and shapes are different, like circle, rectangle, square, rhombus, parallelogram, right? So these are different options. How to find area is formula based, but we have options to find, right? So creating options is based on switch statement. So menu creation in a hotel or restaurant, whatever dishes we want to order or whatever room we want to reside, is different options are there, right? As per the economy, as per the choice, as per the taste, right? Then designing a calculator where what kind of different operations we want to perform, we have various options, we want to select any one particular option. So definitely these all examples you can see are definitely dependent on number of options being given, right? Railway flight reservation, sorting methods, and many more menu driven programs. So switch is best utilized logic for menu driven programs. So let's see the general form of switch. Switch is generally having this expression. Switch is the keyword, switch is keyword, expression will be any variable having some value, any addition based expression, any relational expression, any expression can be given here. Even any variable name is also an expression, that is a primary expression having some value. Then that expression will be solved, and this curly brace starts body of switch. The body of switch contains case, and that value 1 is possible result of that expression. Before that statement some value will be given, and that value will be utilized over here within this expression, and then as a result value 1 has obtained, and based on this value 1 this block of statements are being executed. Even this block is not necessary to be created. Whenever next case starts, previous case automatically terminates. So next case is suppose case value 2, another new kind of result is given from expression by some value, by some given value, then that result will match with value 2, then statement block related to this case will execute. Otherwise we have suppose n and different possible values, so different possible cases are also n, and if all of these cases are not coming as a matched value, then our value is not matching with any case given from case 1 to case n, then we have a default statement also that will execute if no one above that will execute, right? But here in this logic, that is default statement block is also in this logic, we don't have anything to stop that means it should not, it will actually suppose expression has got result as matched with value 1, then all the cases below value 1 will be executed up to default. So to stop this thing and to execute any particular case only, we have to apply break after each case, right? But after default there is no need of break. We will see why these things are required, right? So design of switch. Switch has two parts, header part and body part, right? In this case this is header part, switch with the expression, and within this curly brace whatever is written is body part, right? So header part is switched, switch selection expression enclosed within parenthesis small brackets, then case switch body, compound statement, constituent statement, various case labeled statements, expression statements, flow control statement, that means break statement, and optional default statement. So case labeled statements were that case 1, case 2, case 3, they are case labeled statements. Flow control statement, break statement, and default statement, and various other expression statements may also reside within those case labeled statements, right? Entire switch body is enclosed within curly braces. So logic of switch case given in next slide. Let's start with this switch statement. First, the expression within switch is evaluated. The result of expression obtained here against is matched or tested against a list of case values or options or alternatives. Case 1, when a match is found, a block of statement associated with that case will be executed, and all the cases below that match case will also execute until the body of switch ends or a break statement appears, right? If result of expression is not matched with all cases, then default will execute, right? It will be continued. If none of the case label matches of the result and no default you have given within your switch, then automatically whatever in switch body has completed and rest of the program will execute, right? From the statement following the switch statement will execute. Result of switch expression must be, now there are two restrictions regarding expression value and case value. Expression value must be integer value, right, or a character, right? Expression can be suppose int I, then I can be an expression, or I have written char c, then c will be an expression, right? So char c will accept any character, and character will be resolved by computer as an ASCII value, so again an integer, or I was integer, so I can have any integer value, right? Either positive or negative, any value can be given as an integer, but float and double are not allowed with expression, right? And next thing is for case values, like case numbers, case 1, case 2, case 3 can be integers or can be a character, but it should be a constant integer value or constant character. I cannot write here ki case I and I is a variable. No, this is not correct. So it should be case 1, case 2, case 3. If I have written case I, then I will be a character within single quotes. Then I will be replaced by its ASCII value. So it should be a constant. It's important point about case. Case and default keywords are used to create case labeled statement and default labeled statement. A label is particularly attached. If case, then colon is written, so whatever is written after that is a case labeled statement. If a default is written, colon is written, after that everything is default labeled statements, right? Case and default statements are only valid within body of switch. I cannot use case and default without switch. That means I cannot use case and default in for, go to, while, loop, array, nowhere. Only switch body can contain these things, right? Break statement on execution takes control out of the switch body where it is used, right? And break is valid within switch body or loop body. So break can be used two places. Default statement can be written at any place in switch, but its best use is it should be written at the last, because all the cases we have discussed earlier, and if my expression result is not matching with any case, then we should go for default. And suppose I have written default at the first case first, and then I have starting case 1, then case 2, case 3, case 4. Suppose on all the cases will not match, then compiler will not go to default properly, right? Sometimes it may occur, it may create a problem. So default will be at last. It is a proper place of default, right? It will be continued. So more than one default statements cannot exist in a switch body. If you have more than one default statement, the compiler will be confused which one should be executed. So this will be an error. No two case values can be same. I cannot write here ki case 1 is this, and again I have used break, then after some cases again I have written case 1. No, this is not done. So compiler will be confused which case 1 it should collect. Or I cannot write even in this way. I have written suppose case single quotes A, and after that, after some lines, I have written case 65, because A and 65 are same. So we cannot use in this way. So order of cases is not important. Anywhere any case number can be given, any case character can be given, right? The compiler works in its own way. Nesting of switch statement is possible within a switch. Particularly a case has again a switch, so that is possible. I will show you one example for the same. In switch, it is not essential to create a block of statement. I have told you automatically whenever a new case starts, automatically previous case ends. Any program made by switch case can be handled by if-else-if ladder, but reverse is not true always. Few programs are not good for switch case, but they are very good for if-else-if ladder. As in if-else-if ladder, I have done one program that is finding grade of a student if marks is within a given range 79 to 80 first divisions, then 60 to 79, kind of thing, right? So now this range based question is not a proper candidate for a switch case. It is good for if-else-if. So switch case break default is a combination based keywords combination that is used in combination and can be used as a restricted alternative subset, or it is a subset to if-else-if ladder. If-else-if has all kind of comparisons possibilities, less than, greater than, all these things, but switch case has only double equal to. That means whatever value you have obtained from result of switch expression will be compared with case numbers. So case first, that means you are what you are doing, you are doing equality operation, double equal to, right? Not less than, not greater than. You cannot do this. Okay, so let's move ahead with one. Again, same kind of thing I have represented in flowchart representation. Start case. Now you can see that this is again similar kind of thing is done in if-else-if ladder. Every next if condition has been tested when previous if condition fails. Similarly here also, if case 1 fails, then that means case is not matched. No, then we will go to case 2. Then case 2 is not matched with the choice. Choice is the expression. So result of choice is matched with case 1, then case 2, then case 3. So that is not matching with any case. If it matches suppose a particular case, then I will out of that switch body and go to rest of the program, because every time break is there, right? So example of a switch case, to make a basic program of calculator. This is very important program for a syllabus point of view. Suppose I have to create a calculator in which I will ask user to enter any option, what kind of operation you are going to perform, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Then accordingly I'll ask user to enter two numbers upon which this operation is to be done, and then result will be shown. So addition operation is suppose option number 1, option number 2 is for subtraction of two numbers, option number 3 is multiplication of two numbers, option number 4 is division for two numbers, right? Let's see the program. So start with the main. First of all, what are these ABC? A is first number, B is suppose second number, C is the result, and OPT is the option number, which particular option you are going to select. So here I have to provide user a hint what are the different options. So 1 is for addition, 2 is for subtraction, 3 is for multiplication, 4 is for division. Now select an option between 1 to 4, right? Then scanf for option selection, I have obtained a particular option number. Then switch opt, that value I have passed to switch. Now that expression result is a particular value entered here using scanf, and that opt value will be compared with each case. Suppose case 1, then case 2, then case 3. Suppose user has entered case 1. So what are the different statements within case 1? Case 1 will ask user to enter two integers, then those integers will be summed up and result will be printed as a result. So I have written all the three statements in a single line just to save my space in this slide, otherwise these statements can be written just after another. So if one case is complete, then I'll use break. For case 2 I have written for subtraction, case 3 is for multiplication, and case 4 is for division. And every time I am using break just to get out of that switch case body if one operation has been completed. And if suppose user enters here as in a scanf, user has entered here 0. So 0 is no case. So look, there is a gap also in between case and 1, then there is a colon. So 0 is not matching with 1, 2, 3, 4, there is nothing 0 kind of thing, so default will execute, right? So this is the program how to execute it, and go and execute it once and get it correct. There are various logics to create it again. I am using the simplest logic. So now one more thing that I have promised, I will show you one example of nesting of switch statement. So within this switch statement C, let's find out result of this one and as an output, then we will have an intuition how to use switch. This program is not for a particular purpose, just to represent where nesting has been done. So suppose switch I is equal to 1, so I is having value 1. So now that 1 will go inside, 1 will be matched with 1, that means case 1 is true. So this is outer case 1 will be printed, okay. Still I am inside case 1 because switch J is another switch that is part of case 1, because case 2 has not been started yet. And switch J, what is value of J is 3 already given, so value 3 will be compared with switch within that inside switch. Case 3 will be matched with 3, and this is inner case will be printed. And after that case break has been written, so default will not run. So this is inner default case will not run within this inner switch, and then I'll come out of this inner switch because of this break, out of the inner switch, and then I am on the outer switch. Outer switch has case 2, and this case 1 and case 2, in between outer case 1 and case 2 I don't have any break, so case 2 will execute. This is outer case 2. So what are the different printf statements? This is outer case 1, this is inner case 1, and this is outer case 2. See, this is outer case 1, inner case 1, outer case 2. Go through this program once again and then see whether you have got that logic or not. Few more examples to show switch concepts, right? Whatever important points I have told you about switch case, now I want to justify those with some examples. Suppose I have written here int expression 10, switch expr is equal to 10, that 10 value will be passed here, and that 10 value will be matched with all the case numbers. So case 10 will be matched. Printf hh will be printed successfully because there is no break after this case and default in between them. Then default value should executed, but default has no statement. That means default has no statement. So after default, whatever is written in switch, right, even default is there, but there is no body of default. Default has no case, so it will be executed, right, because there is no break. So whatever is written within switch after matched case will be executed, right? So see in the next expression. So pause this video at this point, note down these code, try to find output, and then see whatever is the result. So float expression 2 here, int expr. So what is this? Explicit typecasting. Float expression has been expr has been converted to integer. So now because this is a restriction that this expression must be integer, not float and double. So now this is converted from 2.0 to 2. Now 2 से 2 match कर गया, then 2 will be printed and default will be printed because break is not here. So first output is this, second output is this. Now see the next next code, that is char ch a. Ch has been passed with value a. So now if you have written char ch a, that means compiler is accepting it as not as a, it is accepting it as ASCII value of a, that is 65. So 65 is given here. So now this 65 will be matched with possible cases, but see whether all the cases are legal. No, first case is legal, correct, this is in single quotes, but second case is not legal, it is in double quotes, and double quotes is not a character, this is a string, so it cannot be converted to ASCII value. So that error will be shown and program will not execute. Case level does not reduce to an integer constant because b is a string and it cannot be reduced to integer constant. Then go to next one. Here in this next code I have used default, but you know that all these keywords, case, break, default, right, anymore else, are only valid within the switch body, but here there is no switch body, so it is an error. Without switch, default cannot be used. So these were all programs, all switch related things. Next program is like this, switch and expr2 j1. So expr2, now j is again here written as what? J is a variable, j is value 1, so this is a variable, so this is an error, it cannot be a variable, it should be a constant. What can be a variable? expr can be a variable, but case number should not be a variable. Here 2 plus 54 is correct, 100% correct, right? That will be resolved at 56 and it will run, but here this is an error, j is an error, right? So come to the next part and try to find this one. Before going to this, see error part of this first code. Then in the second code we have to solve this expression, right? I am saying every time that it may be an expression, but I have given only variable names. So here it is an expression, so write value of 4, replace this 4. So within this expression, how we will solve? This is right shift operator, this is minus operator. Minus has higher precedence than right shift operator, so it will be solved first. So minus will be solved first. 4 minus 4, that is 0. So now movie will be right shifted by 0. That means it will be movie divided by 2 to the power 0. That is, the movie will remain as it is, 4. That means result of this expression is 4. Now 4 will be matched with 4, right? And after that there is no break, so 4, 5, 8 will be executed, but default will not execute because default is written before 4. So if default was written after all the cases, then default will execute, because definition of switch case says that it will start executing from the first match case, and below that all cases up to default will execute, but there is no default in the below place, so it will not execute and result will be BCD. See in this next last example maybe for today, that is int x is given here, y is equal to 7.0. now x equal to y plus 1 will be solved first. So y is 7.0 plus 1, implicit type conversion will take place, right? It will be 8.0. now x is integer, so 8.0 will be again demoted to integer and 8 will be stored in x. So 8 will be matched with 8, its 8 will be printed, and there is a break, so oops, no choice will not be printed. So this is the all about switch case. Maybe you have got it. Thank you.